Peace and welcome to another Artist Talk here at Motor House. I'm your host, Faraji Muhammad. Thank you so much for checking in and joining me this evening. Folks, I got a great Artist Talk for you. We're going to talk to somebody that I'm very excited about talking to, a person who has his whole life put out there on the stage. We're going to talk to comedian Erin Patrick to talk about his life in comedy. Now, before we talk to him, we got to let you know that we truly appreciate all of the continued support that we've received here at Motor House, but we still need you to be a part of our fantastic family here. So we want you to do a couple of things. One, if you haven't had a chance to, make sure you check out motorhousebaltimore.com. That is the official website of Motor House. Check out all the news and the latest happenings here at Motor House. And of course, you can find out when there are some special events like the Art of Comedy happening every Wednesday night here, and so much more. So make sure you do that at motorhousebaltimore.com. Also, make sure you follow us on our social media. We need some friends. That's right. We need some friends on our Facebook page at Motor House Baltimore and our IG page. That's Instagram for those who are a little bit older. Yes. So we need your friendship on motorhousebaltimore.com on IG, and we would love to accept your friendships, connect with you, and most importantly, continue to do the great work that we're doing here of supporting emerging local artists. All right? Folks, I'm very, very excited about my guest for tonight's Artist Talk. He is a comedian, a funny man, but you know what I found out about comedians? They also have a dark side. Let us now welcome to the Motor House, as part of our Digital Artist Portfolio Program, our 4.0 cohort, Mr. Erin Patrick. Erin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great, doing awesome.
Good, good. First and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
You are part of our DAP 4.0 cohort. Where does that fit in Erin Patrick's journey here?
I think it's kind of put me at a crossroad, and it's pointing me in the right direction of where I want to go. I want to get more professional with my craft. I want to be able to present myself to more people in a more professional way.
Yeah.
So that way I'm not just, sending Google Docs with my information that I think is relevant, or clips of me that I shot on my own iPhone that's at like a 45-degree angle because my tripod fell over a little bit, things like that. I'm like, but that's my best set, I gotta send that one. So honestly, and then trying to learn more about the behind the scenes part of the job. I'm on stage, I'm writing, I'm networking, I'm doing all of those things, but I know that from reading the journeys of a lot of other professional comedians, even local comedians, that they say it's more to it than just getting on stage and writing and networking. It's all these other things that you have to work on, and it's things that I don't know about, and I'm looking forward to learning all about them.
That's awesome. And of course, we'll connect you with our fantastic videographer, Travis Marshall. Mm-hmm. He was going to give us some, he's going to give you the top quality professional pics, the whole nine. Mm-hmm. He's going to treat you well. But most people would tend to believe that comedy is just about what happens on stage. Mm-hmm. You write, you're thinking about the jokes, you're thinking about current events, and then you just kind of go out there and find that funny angle. Mm-hmm. Is there more to comedy than that?
I think so. For me, it's a personal outlet. A lot of people in my life would look at me and be like, of course you're on stage being comedy. Like, that's how I saw you in high school and college, and how you are when we're out with your friends. But it's like, when I'm behind the scenes, I'm constantly like, I have a self-diagnosed anxiety, I have ADHD, I have like all these other things going on, and it's like, and then I'm a parent, and I'm a teacher, and I'm a husband, and I'm a son, and there's all these things in my life, and all these things happening, and I just want to talk about them, and I can't afford a therapist. So I figured, what's the next best thing? Go to a comedy open mic. And the first time I heard somebody laugh at a thought I had in my head that I wanted them to, it's just like, it's intoxicating. And I've been like chasing that feeling ever since. Like the first post I made on Instagram of, I guess this is what I'm doing from now on. It's like, and it's been that way ever since. I'm reading about comedy, I'm watching comedy, I'm talking about comedy. To at least the people in my life who aren't tired of it yet. So, love you, babe. Yeah, so my wife actually, the funny thing is, we actually have a thing where I'll say, okay, I only have one more comedy thing today to talk about. And she's like, okay, that's it though. And like, if I start to go on the other, I just keep going, she'll cut me off. And
She gives you a cap of comedy.
yeah, but she's very supportive, and that's another thing. Like, people don't talk about, like, it's you on stage and putting yourself out there, but there's so many, like, you have to have a support system. You have to have other comics you can talk to, bounce ideas off of, family members that you can say, like, I want to talk about the stories of when I was a kid, but I don't remember all of them. You know who does? My mom and my dad. So let me find out and hang out with them on a Saturday night and say, how was I when I was 5? And that was a little intimate conversation that I haven't really opened up yet about, but maybe someday with that stuff. But yeah.
So how long have you been doing comedy?
Actually, it just hit the 2-year mark from my first open mic, and with that, I kind of hit a couple milestones that I was looking for. When I started out, I started at the Lou Costello Room here in Baltimore in Hamden, and I did an open mic, and I was like, you know what? I want to be the host of this open mic. And last Saturday, I got to host the open mic there, which is awesome. And I also was on a paid spot doing a show earlier in the night. And so it's like, I feel like I'm hitting the goals and hitting the stride, but I'm just excited about this program because it's gonna hopefully take me beyond what I even thought my goal. That was pinnacle for me, to go to the spot I started, to get a paid spot, to host a mic, and it's like, okay, I hit that. Now what's my next thing? I didn't think I was gonna get there that fast, and now it's like, what's the next thing? So that's what I'm looking forward to.
So, I mentioned in my opening that I find that some of the most successful comedians have a dark side, a not so funny side. Is that true?
I think so. I mean, you have to. I'm a pretty lighthearted person, but my wife called me out when we went on a week-long family vacation. She's like, "You're not as chill as you think you are." Like, she's like, "You think you're a laid-back person, like just lounging in the pool, but you're sitting there like, what time are we leaving? But who's cooking dinner though? What are we gonna eat and then go? Are we gonna go?" And I'm just like, that is me. Yeah, I'm, like I said,
You're
I am
the itinerary guy.
I didn't know I was. Apparently I am.
I couldn't hang out with you. I can't do it, Aaron. Can't do it. Because I would be like, hey, man, calm it down.
Yep.
Okay. So there is some truth to that. All right. So folks are going to be some folks that are watching this may be the first time they see you. What do you want people to see when you're on stage? What will they get from you?
I think when I get on stage, I'm gonna bring a lot of energy to any room that I'm in. Like, you're gonna feel my presence. You're not just gonna see me. Like, I want people to feel me in the room, not feel me, but you know what I'm saying. Just want to be clear. I am married, but it's the idea that I want to bring that energy, and I want people to feel better. And even if I'm not the funniest guy in the room, I want that, when I'm on stage, that it keeps that energy going. It keeps the good feelings going. And I'm consider myself a clean comedian, so I don't curse on stage. I try to keep it very lighthearted and everything, because I'm talking about what's relevant to me. Is I'm a dad. I have a 4-year-old, and I'm talking about funny stories about my kid. When my wife makes fun of me for being anxious on vacation, and funny stories of when I was a kid and everything. And that's just what I just love, being lighthearted and bringing energy and all that good stuff.
All right. So who does Erin Patrick look to for comedy inspiration? Who are the top 3 comics that you've loved?
I've had this conversation with many comics. So who's my Mount Rushmore of
Mount
comedy?
Rushmore. There we go. Come on.
Yeah. So
if I had like a Paul Schaefer type of drum, top 10.
There you go.
All right, let's go.
So the first comedian I ever saw live was Brian Regan. I got to see him again this week. That's my goal. That's my dream of, if I could do what even a little bit of that would be great. And then Pete Holmes, I love him. He's hilarious as well. Steve Martin is like the god of physical comedy to me, and his story and his legacy and how he, like, everything about him. And then one of my favorite people to watch on TV is Tina Fey. She is hands down just like
I would agree.
Hilarious. I love her to death. There's so many other it's hard to narrow it down to 4, but like that, I just say that's my 4. But if we could keep talking for like 4 more hours, I probably could roll off another 100 or so. But that's me.
Erin Patrick, ladies and gentlemen. Erin, how can folks check you out on all social media? How can they follow you in your comedic journey?
This is one thing I learned in the beginning, is make sure all your social media stuff is the same. So you're not going, all right, this is my Instagram handle, this is my Twitter and all the stuff. So I kept it simple. It's just Erin Patrick Comedy. But again, if this is your first time seeing me, it might throw you off a little bit. It's actually ERIN. You might be thinking, aren't most ERIN Erin's women? you'd be correct. And wish you would have been there 35 years ago to tell my parents that little tip of information. Would have made my adolescent years a little less awkward. But it's Erin Patrick Comedy, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That's pretty much where you can find me.
There it is, folks. Erin Patrick, and he's checking us out and joining us here at Motor House. And he's officially a member of our 4.0 cohort for the Digital Artist Portfolio Program, folks. Again, we want to welcome Erin to the family here at Motor House. We're looking forward to seeing some great things.
Can I just one thing?
Sure.
So I did just want an extra shout out to Motor House. During the pandemic, we were able to safely, comedians come here on Wednesday nights, perform on Instagram Live. It was one of the first live performances that I did a lot of virtual stuff, but it was one of the first chances that I got to come out and be physically on a stage. And I feel like just having that every couple weeks and every once in a while I got to come out, it really kind of helped me. And I got to meet Ivan Martin, who is fantastic. He's been great helping me out along the way as well. And I just wanted to make sure I said that I'm very thankful to everything that Motor House has done prior to this, but even more so now.
Absolutely. Hey, Erin, we're so thankful that you're able to be a part of our family here. Folks, Erin Patrick, make sure you follow him on all social media platforms and stay tuned for his great comedic set coming up just in a few moments. So we appreciate you for checking in for this exciting artist talk. I'm Faraji Muhammad. Look forward to talking to you later. Peace.